Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Adam with Tales of Inspiration. And I know you're probably not having the greatest day, but you're going to have a good day. So, today I wanted to tell you a little tale that was pretty interesting to me. It actually happened just a few days ago. So, I've told you before that I act. So, I got this last minute audition, and the audition was at 11, and I saw the audition at 8 a.m. in the morning. So usually it's not too big of a deal. I could get the lines really quick, get it down. But this audition happened to be mostly in Spanish. Now, I'm not the greatest at Spanish. I barely speak it. I could pronounce the words and get it down if I have a good amount of time. But I didn't have that much time, so I was rushing to get ready. Not to mention, the audition is like an hour away with all the traffic because everything's an hour away in LA. So while I was driving over there, I was thinking, had to go over it. I was going over it in my head, but it's always better to go over it with somebody else. So my mom and my dad, they speak a little Spanish. So I called my mom up so she could help me out. So I just sang it, and she was listening to me, and she's like, "Oh, that's not too bad." She's like, "Sounds good. Just keep practicing." She says it sounds a little bit like you're just reading it, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm still trying to understand what I'm even saying and making sure that I pronounce it right." So she just told me to call her back in a little bit after I got it down more and then practice more. So what happened is, in the time that I'm practicing, I get a call back from my mom, and she's like, "Oh, guess what? I got somebody here that speaks Spanish and can help you out." And I was thinking it was somebody, because she was at work that day, and I was thinking it was somebody she worked with. And so that she puts me on the phone, they're asking me, "Okay, well, let me read your lines to me and this and that." So I read them, and I say most of the stuff right. The girl tells me, "Oh yeah, you did a good job. You sound like you know what you're saying. There's just a few words, just pronounce these this way and that way, and just practice it." She says, "Here, go over it again." So I went over it a few more times. She's like, "I think you're good. I think you got it. It sounds really good." And then she was just telling me about how it was funny. I thought it was one of my mom's friends, but it turned out it was just some random girl that my mom asked. And my mom's story is that she just overheard her speaking Spanish. She was with her family, and then she heard her speaking English, so she asked her if she could help out. And then she said that that girl was more than willing to help out and was excited about it. And even when she was talking on the phone with me, she was telling me about how it's exciting that she used to do some acting back in school, and that she was asking me questions if I was nervous and stuff. And I was thinking, well, I'm a little bit nervous, but not too bad, just hoping I get this down. So anyway, yeah, she helped me out with that. And then there was one word that she didn't really know, and I didn't really know it either because, well, I don't speak Spanish. But so after I get off the phone with her, then I get a call like 5 minutes later from my mom. I think it's my mom. And it was that girl calling back because she asked her dad what that word was. And so I'm guessing they spelled it wrong in the script. And she's like, "Oh, so it's this. This is how you say it. I'm pretty sure that's the word that they meant to say, but they messed it up. So really emphasize the you in it because this is how you say it." And I was like, "Oh man, thanks, I appreciate it." And then after that, I was just cracking up because it was just so random. And my mom's funny that she just asked some random person like that. But it worked out. She helped me out. I didn't know her. I told her thank you, I appreciate it. And then, well, I went off to the audition and I did it. It was a good audition. It was the first time that I actually went in there, and I was talked to a bunch. They greeted me. I knew one of them, and the other casting director I didn't know, but they gave me a hug and everything. And I was like, wow, I was like, they're really making me feel good today. And so I did the audition. They told me great job, all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if I got the part, but, we'll see. But anyways, it was just a good experience. And then I end up telling my mom, because she told me to call her back, tell her how it went. And then so I tell my mom, and then she's like, it was such a great thing. And then I was like, yeah, that's crazy. I was like, it's funny because I was just talking about this last week, about helping each other out. And that's the whole thing, is like coming together, helping people out like a community. And I was like, it's such a crazy story because I don't even know this person, they don't know me, and they're just willing to help out just like that. And like the other thing that came out of it is my mom works at a thrift store and they're getting stuff. So then when they're checking out, my mom was more than willing. She's like, oh, well, thank you for helping me out so much. You helped my son out. Like, here, I'll get your stuff for you. And so she bought him their stuff and just wanted to help him back in return. And so I just thought that this was just a cool story about people helping each other out. And that's the whole thing I'm talking about, is just coming together and being there for each other. And just it was exciting. It made my mom happy, it made the other people happy, it made me happy, and just the whole story was a cool little experience in itself. And whether I get the audition or not, I mean, hey, I gotta get in there, I gotta meet some great people, and I'm sure I'll be called in for something else. But I mean, the whole experience itself was awesome, and I just wanted to share it because that's a perfect example of helping each other out, community, being there for people, not even really knowing the person, but just helping them out. And you don't know how small things like that can make a huge difference. So, hoping this little story, I know this little story will inspire you. Got to get into that mindset. I know this little story will inspire you. Even if it inspires just a few people, then it gets the job done. And that's the whole point of this little segment, Tales of Inspiration. So don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe and share. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.